gmail.com. As marijuana moves into the mainstream, more filmmakers are taking a look at all aspects of cannabis culture. These days, marijuana movies are about more than hiding from Sergeant Stadenko or trying to get to White Castle for the munchies. Join with us as we explore the latest in the cannabis cinema.
All right, welcome back, everyone. 46 after the hour. And joining us in the studio, we got Adam Hartle and Anthony Hashem from Mile High, the comeback of cannabis. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
What up, Russ?
Thanks for having us.
I'm so glad to have you here. It's great to have people in the studio. And you've also got your crew with you.
Yep.
We're filming here. What are we filming for?
Josh and Matt. We're documenting the movement. You know, we were the only film crew there live in Colorado when it passed. And we put it into a film. It came out phenomenal. And so we were there live. We just think it's fun. We want to be there every 2 years and kind of just help the movement along. So we're inviting everybody for free tonight to the Academy Theater, 7 p.m. Go there. If you mention the name Russ Belleville, we'll give you a shirt, a hemp T-shirt.
Mention Radical Russ. It's easier to remember.
Radical Russ. You get a hemp T-shirt. It's awesome.
All right, tell them Radical Russ sent you. You get the hemp T-shirt. You couldn't ask for a better deal. Now, the film, Mile High, the comeback of cannabis that you're showing tonight, well, Mile High, that suggests Colorado, right? It was all about Colorado.
Yeah.
Tell us a little about it.
Yeah, we spent the week of the election in 2012. We spent kind of that whole week behind the scenes with all the activists and the people, Brian Vicente, his whole team. They kind of wrote the bill and got the whole thing started. And they were gracious enough to just give us full access all week. So by day, we spent the whole day interviewing those guys, filming everything. And then by night, Adam did stand-up comedy. And we filmed that and hit the streets, kind of partied, did street interviews. So it's a good mix of sit-down, highbrow interview with a little bit of edgy comedy and just a good social
That's the long
social
answer.
documentary.
The short answer is by day we smoke weed, and by night we smoke weed, and by all day we just film shit and ran around Colorado the week before the vote, and it was awesome.
Right. So you're here now
much, right?
filming before our Oregon vote.
Yes,
then.
rinse
Exactly.
and repeat. You know,
Right.
same thing. Having a great time.
Now you're out of Florida. We also got a vote going on in Florida.
Yeah.
How has the campaign been down there? I mean, you've been living through it down there. What's it been like?
It's been up and down.
It's been up and down. Yeah, I helped get some of the signatures for it. You know, and I know a lot of the guys down there. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's still a lot of fear mongering that works in Florida, unfortunately, and there's a lot of money going against it. So fingers crossed. And they got to get 60%. So it's going to be tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
But
Now
we voted.
But you're lifetime Floridians?
Yep, pretty
Yeah,
much.
born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida, both of us.
How about the rest of your family? How do they feel about these measures?
It's tough. You know, it's kind of funny that you mentioned that. My family hasn't seen the movie. They haven't asked about it.
We're the black sheep back home.
Definitely. It's just
time.
not.
Yeah.
Mom and dad was kind of ashamed by it. You know, it's not because it's just like his mom put it best. You're doing a drug movie. You know, they don't get it.
Yeah, it's
You
rough.
know, it's.
But they're great people. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
of course.
But now that with it coming out and having some success, it's gotten a lot easier because it's gone from my son that's doing the drug movie to that's my son in that magazine, or that's my son in those theaters. So.
Well, that's
So
cool.
I appreciate you giving a voice to us. That's cool.
My pleasure. Hey,
Yeah.
and Jacksonville, northern Florida, right?
Northeast
exactly
Florida.
the northeast coast.
Yeah, I've heard the farther north you go in Florida, the farther south you get.
Yeah, it's like it's flipped like the United States, where the north is pretty red and the south is blue.
Yeah.
And then but there's good and bad with all that. You know, we're independent, and I always vote libertarian. So I got a lot of things on the left I agree with, a lot of things on the right. And I think it's a shame that what gets people to the polls the most is let's make sure that other guys don't become the president.
Yeah.
Because
That has the least to do with what goes on in your own neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So a lot of times these little sleepy midterm elections are the really stuff on the ballot that matters the most. But just like he said, we're wrapped up in what a certain the president thinks about a certain issue that's not even decided in the federal level anyway. States' rights.
And
It's funny.
tough. It's tough.
You're right. More people turn out for the presidential election when, in fact,
Doesn't matter.
the president isn't going to have as much effect on your day-to-day life
Exactly right.
as your city
Yeah.
council.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be
Exactly.
paying attention to that.
I always counsel younger people about, there was a time in the 60s when the conservatives were completely on the outs. And how did they get back in? They started winning school board elections and city council elections. They built from the bottom up. And
Yeah.
I just don't understand how young people won't embrace that and maybe start their own bottom-up movement, and how they think voting doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The corporate
Yeah.
this. And I think
Don't ever
the
think it
one
here, dude.
thing you can do a
Yeah.
corporation can't is vote.
Is vote, exactly.
That's the one power you have they don't have.
Yeah, it's the world we live in.
So this, as you're premiering this film, Mile High, the comeback of cannabis, what's the release on it? Where can people see it? Is it online as well?
We're still in theatrical right now. So
Okay.
it's theatrical. We just sent to Netflix, so we're being reviewed by Netflix, which would be cool if we can get on
Yeah.
there. So that's the long-term plan. But pretty soon it's going to be shown everywhere: Hulu, Netflix, that whole thing.
Excellent, excellent. Mile High, the comeback of cannabis, and then you'll have this 2014 movie for Oregon.
Yeah.
Do you anticipate maybe a 2016 in California?
Yeah, we were thinking about that. We kind of just like to film everything and just see how it can develop. So this might be like the middle of the movie, and then the 2016 we might go to California and be the end of it. So we kind of
The trilogy.
Well, we were thinking about maybe doing like all in one. Just kind of, we like to just kind of go year by year with it. But we're not sure what we're going to do. We just like to have fun, and we think it's historical, so we want to be there for it and document it.
Yeah, yeah. Now, has there, obviously, I mean, we've been chilling here in the studio all day. Cannabis is a part of your lives,
Yeah,
obviously.
right.
When did that start for you? Was there a particular time you remember the first time?
For me, I guess it was a little maybe later in the whole. Generally, when you start to smoke, I was probably 19.
Yeah.
The first
little
time
later.
I smoked.
I was 16.
Because a lot of people say I was done with it. And after high school, to where I really started in college.
Yeah.
In college age, which I think for me was good because it didn't. As soon as I smoked, I realized, okay, this is cool. So I was never like the 13-year-old little stoner kid running around.
Yeah. If done responsibly, it's a very powerful plant. It has a million benefits. I think it makes you smarter. A lot of people say that the debate is whether it's bad for you, kills brain cells, or doesn't. That's not the debate. It's whether it has no effect or it makes you smarter.
Yeah.
That's the debate to me. So I think if you can kind of avoid the outside noise, whether it be just some mindless TV show or something that makes no importance in life whatsoever, and you can just kind of focus on things and let your mind be open to different ideas, that the plant can open up parts of your mind that can be real creative and receptive to those kinds of things. So
For sure.
Now, you mentioned you do stand-up.
yeah, I love stand up.
I get talk to a lot of comedians who use marijuana, and there seems to be like some that say, yeah, I can do stand-up high and I can write high. There's others that are like, oh, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Where are you on that
You
spectrum?
mentioned that.
That's a great question. Still in the I can do it now. I just learned how to do it.
Just figured it out.
But it's funny. It's like I just was at that threshold because the first year and a half was no fucking way.
Sure. You ride high. You ride
Yeah,
high.
we're always right
100%
high.
of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you.
But now I can light up and go do it. Yeah, we did that last night actually,
Yep.
which is pretty fun. So we had a great time. And we write as a team. And Anthony and I have been best friends since high school, and we've been smoking and we've started successful businesses and the whole thing. But our rule is if we both think it's funny, then it's stage ready. So we'll get high, we write together, and then I'll perform it, and he'll laugh or not laugh. And if we both like it, then it's got to be good.
So you both write, but only you perform it?
Well, it's actually a multi. We also use visuals with our comedy, so I'll tell a joke, and there'll be a visual behind me. And so he's working the slides behind me, and there's videos that go with
okay.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's kind of a produced.
kind of
PowerPoint
interactive
comedy.
show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
kinda
all
cool.
timed
And-
up. Yeah.
And it's social issue based. Like a lot of comedians, coming up, like older comedians will give you advice, tell you to stay away from politics and, religion. And we just go right for that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
love
So our
it,
show's
man.
there, it's
Yeah.
definitely.
We want you to
edgy
learn
and-
and laugh, but we want to push it.
I always liked the comics that had a certain set of jokes that were only for 10% of the people. They knew that, okay, I love this joke.
Yeah.
It's a great joke.
Yeah.
Only 10% are going to get it.
That's right.
I'm going with
Get
it
it,
anyway.
you're
For sure. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. And then that 10% will laugh harder than anybody else too. A lot of times.
There you go.
Yeah, it's fun. I love comedy.
So, if folks want to get in touch with you guys, you got the Twitter and the Facebook and all that stuff. Give
Yeah.
out the contacts.
Yeah, you can go to www.milehighfilm.com, and there's a trailer for our movie there. There's also a contact there if you need to contact us for any reason. And come out tonight, 7 p.m., the Academy Theater. It's going to be fun as shit. It's going to be a big party. You should come out and see this movie. It's really, really good.
Where's the Academy Theater? Let me see. If I can find that.
Southeast. I don't know.
We'll find that real quick here. Academy
Yeah.
Theater
That's the one thing I don't do is smoke and drive. So I'm
is
not driving. I let that-
78th and Stark. Oh, I know exactly where you're at.
It's really
It's a
cool.
cool neighborhood over
Yeah,
there.
it's
A little
that-
pizza joint next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Come party
actually
with us.
they have rental hot tubs.
No
I
shit.
saw that.
The rental hot tubs.
I
are
wanted wondered
there.
what was up with that. I wonder if that was like some kind of subliminal.
Yeah, and they actually have a kids babysitting area too. Like, if you they really do.
Yeah.
They can watch your
is
kids
kinda
and
cool.
go check out a movie. It's cool.
All right, Academy Theater tonight at 7 o'clock. You can find information and tickets and movie times at academytheaterpdx.com. And again, your website?
MileHighFilm.com.
MileHighFilm.com. We're speaking with Adam Hartle and Anthony Hashem. So tomorrow night, are you going to be at the Holocene
We're
party?
there.
Measure
Yeah, we're
91?
rolling hot.
Yeah,
and
we're
we'll
going to
see
be
what
rolling
happens.
rolling cameras on the hopefully what's going to be a celebration, and just go hard all night, and hopefully we can bring this
maybe go
thing
smoke
in.
some weed and celebrate afterwards or something. That'd be
Oh,
fun.
yeah. I think there's a very strong likelihood of that happening. I would almost count on that for sure. So as we round things out here today, just wondering again about Florida. You're going to film here in Oregon, and we'll have this great celebration, and the weed will be flowing. And then you got to go back to Florida.
Yep.
It's got to be tough to score. It's got to be tough to watch for the man. I mean, is
is.
it weird to go from freedom to paranoia?
Yes.
I compare it to time travel a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's like
we're
we tell our
heroes in
friends-
Colorado and villains in Florida a lot of times.
Yeah,
So
it's
we
like
get that a little bit.
I just feel like we've been to the future and we see how it
Yeah.
can be. So that's a big part of our activism too. Like, I really didn't get bit by the activism bug as much until I really got out there and saw the reality of it. And I saw these successful
And
people who can say that they're
For sure.
weed friendly, and it's
Yeah, and they're doing
so
it.
cool. Yeah, and it's. But yeah, back home in North Florida, it's a different overall mindset. So we've got
Yeah. 21
gotta
grams
waste-
is a felony in Florida.
nuts.
That's
That's crazy.
Yeah.
21 grams for me is like a week.
Sure, I mean
Week
that's
supply.
We're smart about it. We're not out smoking and driving and stuff. We'll just do it at each other's house and have a good time and write comedy and, that kind of thing. So,
All right, so at home, getting ready to chill, is it joint, bong, vaporizer? How do you roll? What's your favorite?
I'm vape, you're pipe.
Pipe,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love the vape.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's just cleaner and I love it.
I don't mind the taste of the plant. I like to.
But when we're on the
taste
road,
it.
And you
like
roll a
glass.
pretty good joint. I saw you
Yeah,
roll that
right?
up on the
not sure that. Yeah.
You're doing
Yeah,
all right.
I like the vape the best. When we're on the road a lot, we're just doing pipes because you can't pack your big vaporizer and fly to Colorado. You just got to go and get a pipe somewhere.
Yeah,
and,
get a quick
so
little
every
piece
time
from
we're on
it.
film, I'm always smoking out of what I actually don't usually smoke on.
Yeah.
But the vapes are awesome. But anything that gets you high is fine. I'll smoke out of anything, Shit.
What's the weirdest thing you
Those
ever
water
smoked out of?
bongs. Weirdest thing. I mean, we did a Coke can on, which I don't suggest Coke cans. I think
Yeah.
it's bad with the aluminum and
Just
shit.
some vegetables, some
vegetables.
random,
I smoked marijuana out of a cruller once.
Out of a
One of
what?
those jelly-filled donuts. Those
Okay.
No way.
jelly-filled.
Yeah.
Poked a hole in one side, sucked the jelly out, and then when you
Nice.
smoked through it, it had a
You get the
raspberry
flavor,
taste. It was
sure.
great.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's nice.
Oh, man. All right, so check out Academy Theater tonight, 7 p.m., Academy Theater PDX for showtimes and tickets. Mile High Movie.
Yeah, and it's free. You got to come out. It's going to be awesome.
MileHighFilm.com.
MileHighFilm.com for more information on these guys. Adam Hartle and Anthony Hashem. Mile High, the comeback of cannabis. That's all the time we got. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Appreciate it.
We appreciate having us, man.
And
Thanks, man.
have fun at the Academy Theater tonight. We're going to stick around for hour 2. Toker Talk Radio is up next. We'll take your calls at 971-533-7111. More stories on the back burners. Plus, we'll talk more about elections and our coverage and anything else we can think of. For everyone here at 420 Radio, I'm Radical Russ. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, take care of each other, Tokers.
This is the Russ Belville Show. The Russ Belville Show is blogging and podcasting daily at radicalruss.com.
You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it. You take a seed, you plant it, you grow it, you dry it, you roll it, you smoke it, and it goes.
Tune in to 420